Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Science for Everyone. Today, I will discuss a very important topic with you people. And the title of my today's lecture is the fermentation. And in this video lecture, I will discuss that what basically is fermentation at molecular level, and I will discuss the chemical reaction that are involved in the fermentation. And I will also show you the different tips that are easy to remember and that are related to fermentation. Okay, and there are certain questions of the students there that are related to fermentation, and I was also having that questions. Okay, so and I'm pretty sure that these issues will also be with the other students, that mostly the teachers they explain the fermentation well, but there are certain questions that are remain in the minds of the student. Okay, so and they are not pretty clear that what basically fermentation is. Okay, so I will discuss all of that things in a very simple way, that what is fermentation and what are the chemical reactions that are involved in the fermentation. Okay, and this is the part one of my this video. In this video I will discuss the introduction. I will give you the introduction and the chemical reaction that are involved in the fermentation. And the part second of this video, I will discuss that what are other type of fermentation. Okay, up till now we are known that there is lactic acid fermentation and alcoholic fermentation, but there are many other fermentations. Okay, so in the second part of this video, I will discuss the different type of fermentation, and in this part I will discuss the introduction. Okay, so let's start with the video. First of all, I want to tell you guys that you are most familiar with this word glycolysis. Okay, so if I want to tell you that in normal cases, in aerobic bacteria or even in our eukaryotic cell, when there is glucose, so first by the help of glycolysis, it is converted into pyruvate, and after that, this pyruvate enter the Krebs cycle, and after the Krebs cycle, electron transport chain is conducted and energy is produced. Okay, so this is all common in the eukaryotic cell and even the microorganisms. Okay, aerobic microorganism or either anaerobic microorganism. Okay, why I am showing you this glycolysis pathway? Because I will tell you in a minute that why I am showing this glycolysis pathway. But first of all, keep this thing in mind that in normal cases, when there is sufficient oxygen, and if there is if there is glucose, so what will happen in the normal condition? This glucose will be converted into pyruvate, and after that, then this pyruvate will proceed further and will enter the TCA cycle, that is known as the Krebs cycle, and after that, then it will enter the electron transport chain, and after that energy will be produced. Okay, so this is normal in every cases, that in most cases, and it is conducted by other microorganism, I mean even the eukaryotic organism. So what is basically fermentation? Okay, in fermentation, I want to tell you guys that this is the schematic figure of the fermentation. What happens in the fermentation? There is no TCA cycle. Okay, if I write here, there is no TCA cycle. Okay, and there is no electron transport chain. Okay, there is no TCA cycle and there is no electron transport chain. Here just there is the basic is the glycolysis, and after that there are certain other chemical reactions after the glycolysis. Okay, so one point, keep this thing in mind, that in fermentation there is no TCA cycle, Krebs cycle, and there is no electron transport chain. So first what will happen from here to here? These all are glycolysis. This is glycolysis. The glucose is converted into pyruvate, and this is very much important for the fermentation. Okay, in fermentation, the first step is the conversion of glucose to pyruvate. Okay, keep this one thing in your mind. Okay, there are certain microorganism, and even fermentation is also conducted in the eukaryotic cells. Okay, and I want to tell you that in glycolysis, in glycolysis, we have we get 2 ATP. Okay, and but what happens that if we need there are certain microorganisms that can rely only on this 2 ATP. Okay, if and this 2 ATP is sufficient for them. Okay, and so that's why they proceed with the fermentation. Okay, these are other terms that I'm telling you, but focus on the that what is basically fermentation. So the first step of the fermentation is this glucose is converted into pyruvate, and after that, and if you look to the glycolysis pathway, so here the NADH is produced. Okay, NADH is an important electron carrier, and it is produced. Okay, and after that, when pyruvate is produced, so it is not entering the TCA cycle. Okay, then it is converted into either lactate, okay, or either other intermediates. Okay, so if you look here, it is converted into lactate. So one thing keep in your mind that here the NADH is produced. Okay, so in normal cases when there is TCA cycle and electron transport chain, so in the electron transport chain, the NADH donates its electron to the electron transport chain, and then after that it is energy is produced. So in the electron transport chain, the NADH is converted into NAD, and after that this NAD can be reused in the glycolysis pathway. But just look here, in fermentation there is no Krebs cycle in electron transport chain. So when this NADH is produced, so it must give its electron to some other intermediate just to make again itself as NAD. Okay, so just because of this, these reactions are conducted. Okay, just because of this, if there is a high number of NADH, okay, so then there will be lack of NAD. So how this glycolysis pathway will run? Okay, so what will happen, just to make NAD back from NADH, these chemical reaction are conducted. Okay, so and these products are made. Okay, these lactate and other type of products are made. Okay, so just because to make NAD from the NADH. Okay, and when these electrons are given to other intermediates, okay, so then different other products are produced, and these are the products of the fermentation, and these are the products that create flavors in our food. Okay, again I'm telling you that just because of these products and other products I will discuss in the video number 2 of this series, that these products are are those specific products that are making that are giving flavors to our food. Okay, if we look to the pickles, so in pickles, if we take mangoes, okay, so mangoes are sweet in taste, and just like these they are fruits. But when there is fermentation and the glucose that are present in the mango is used, and different fermentative acids and products are produced, so these products give another flavor to the mangoes. Okay, and these are known as, and it is then converted into pickles. Okay, so how, just know, just if you have taste the pickle, so how does it taste? It is completely different from the taste of the original mango. Okay, so these products are mainly involved in the flavors of our different fermentative products. Okay, now we'll show you that there are two type of, basically there are two type of fermentation, very basic. Okay, the first one is the lactic acid fermentation and alcoholic fermentation. Okay, so what happens in the lactic acid fermentation, this glucose is converted into pyruvate. Okay, and this NAD is produced. Okay, and just like here, and after that this pyruvate is converted into lactate. Okay, this pyruvate is converted into lactate, and this NADH give its electron to the pyruvate, and this pyruvate is converted into lactate, okay, and this is the fermentative product, and it give specific flavor to our food, okay. If and then it is also known as homolactic fermentation, okay. If we look to the other type of fermentation, alcoholic fermentation, so here the glucose is converted into pyruvate, and after that what happens, this pyruvate is converted into acetaldehyde, and after that to ethanol, and also CO2 is produced, okay, and is NADH is converted into NAD, and this NAD can be then reused in the glycolysis reaction. So like, just look here, this ethanol is another compound of the fermentation, and it gives flavors to our food, okay. This is the intermediate, okay. So again, I am telling you in shortcut that fermentation includes glycolysis, and after that, if someone asks you that why these chemical reaction take place, okay, why these chemical reaction take place, so your answer will be that the product of these chemical reaction is the main fermentative products, the main product of the fermentation, and these products give flavors to our food. And other the NADH that is produced in the glycolysis pathway should be converted into NAD, so that it should be again used in the glycolysis, okay. So we also get our NAD back, and we also get our different fermentative product, and these products then give flavors to our food, okay. So this is all about the fermentation, okay. And this, in the second part, I will discuss the different type of fermentation. That it is not just it is not just enough for the lactic acid fermentation and this ethanol. Okay, alcoholic fermentation. There are many other type of fermentation, and they give different products. But basically, the main will be that the glucose should be converted into pyruvate. When the pyruvate is produced, so then the fermentation can proceed further, okay. So these are the fermentation pathway, okay. So if you have any such question in your mind, okay, so you can ask me in the comment box, because there are most of the students are still confused in the fermentation, but I am pretty sure that they will after watching this, I think there will be a positive idea in their mind. And I want to tell you that the basic meaning of fermentation is to boil, okay. And this is very much older techniques, but after in the 1800s, the basic concept of the fermentation was introduced at molecular level, at biochemistry level, okay. But this fermentation, the processing of the milk and converting it to the yogurt, and and producing pickles and different other products, so these were conducted thousand years ago. But now we all know that what really happens inside it, okay. So this was all about the fermentation, the introduction of fermentation. And if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment box. I will answer you there, okay. So thank you very much. God bless you.